I'm about to eat at the worst rated chain restaurant locations for 3 days. Did you know that the owner of Yelp named Yelp because it sounded like a cry for help?
Oh, Shelby. Oh, God, no, Shelby.
Ow. That's what Google said. In this video, we're gonna be dining at the worst reviewed chain restaurant locations in Orlando for 3 days. Yeah, you heard me. That's a long title. Probably as long as the tapeworm I'm about to get. So what should we name her? Tapey. Basically, I went on Yelp and I found the locations of 6 chain restaurants with the lowest scores in my area, which is Orlando, land of magical rodents, and apparently also land of salmonella enchanted as well. I had to make it sound more magical to fit in. I am a little nervous just because, you know, it's the worst rated, like bad things could happen, but I'm just gonna go into each restaurant with an open mind. I'm gonna review the experience, the food, and the cockroaches. They were just nibbling on my toes a little too much. It really took away from my meal. We're gonna go to 2 restaurants a day for brunch and dinner. And the restaurants we're visiting are TGI Fridays. Even though it's not Friday, we're gonna get crazy. We're gonna break the rules, girlies. Oh my God. Oh, this location has a score of 2.2 out of 5. That's the worst in my area. Compared to others, it is very low. We are also gonna be eating at Wingstop. Girl, if a Red Bull gives you wings, what does Wingstop give you? Claws, a beak? Does it turn you into a pigeon? Who knows? We're about to find out. And this location has a score of 2.2 also. And of course, we have to go to Chili's. I know we all love Chili's. I love me a triple dipper for my triple stomachs. Yeah, I got 3, and what? But if the food is bad, I'm still gonna drag it. So beware, Chili stands. This location has a score of 2.3, a little better than the others. I guess Chili has a bit of a higher standard, but it's still the lowest in my area. We are also eating at a PF Chang's. Now, I have not eaten inside of a PF Chang's in like 10 plus years. So I'm so hyped for the experience. I'm really hoping it goes well. It probably won't, because it's the worst reviewed one, but let a bald-headed 5'7", 31-year-old man in Skechers have a dream. Bleak. Bleak. And this location has a score of 2.2 again. The next 2 are a bit lower though. Okay, so we got Denny's. You saw that coming. You were like, oh, it's lower, it's Denny's. She's that wild friend we all have that stays up all night and then complains about being tired the next day. And this location has a 1.8. And last but not least, we are also going to Strawberry Ticks. Oh, I mean Applebees. It's very confusing. So many fruits, including me, so many insects. And this location also has a score of 1.8 out of 5. Boom! And of course, before each meal, we are gonna read some Yelp reviews so that we can get an idea of what we're about to get ourselves into, which is hell. We're getting into hell. Satan better be his daddy. There better be something good down there. Maybe the pits of hell are his stinky pits. That's not good. I don't want that. No BO here. Anyways, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the It's the easiest way to support me in my whole little career. Every time I try to look cute, it always ends up in failure. I'm just gonna stop. So subscribe. I make food content. Don't look at me, I'm too cute. Okay, let's go, girlies. Oh. We are having our first meal at TGI Fridays, which is 2.2 stars, like I said before. And I'm saying it again, just in case if you're Drew Barrymore from 50 First Dates. So we're here at TGI Fridays, and I don't know if I have to pay for parking. I've never had to pay for parking at a restaurant ever in my life, and I've been floating on this pointless rock for 31 years. So that's a little odd. It is, I think, in the same parking lot as a Holiday Inn, so maybe the whole parking lot costs money. I don't know. I'm gonna ask inside, because I'll pay if I have to. I don't want to not pay. I'm not a rule breaker. I'm not a rebel, even though I look like one. Anyways, let's read some reviews from Yelp. Now, this is not sponsored by Yelp or any of these restaurants, obviously. And I just have to say a quick little disclaimer. None of these reviews are fact. These are people's opinions. I'm not saying it's all true. I'm not saying it's all false. I'm just reading what's on Yelp. Okay, so don't scream at me. Stop yelping. So this one says, came in at 10:55. They refused to sit me because they don't serve lunch till 11. I walked across the street to get food. I see why TGI is closing. Okay, he's in the wrong. That's store policy. If I was working there, I would not work an extra 5 minutes just so you can sit your sweaty tourist cheeks in a booth. No, thank you. So TGI, girl, I got you. The food was way over seasoned. It was terrible. You couldn't even taste the food over the excess salt on everything. Overpriced and way over seasoned. I understand things being too salty, but Lyle, her name is Lyle. Never heard that name before. Wait, that's a crocodile. Lyle. Seasoning is a good thing. Usually things are under-seasoned at these places, but I'll take your word for it. There's probably too much black pepper on there. It's too spicy. Terrible service. Waitress came over twice while we sat there for over an hour. Drinks were brought and had no carbonation. They call that still. And the potato skins are embarrassing. Back bacon and all skin, no potatoes? I hate that. I hate when my potato is all skin. Oh my. Got into town after long travel and my family and I were being served undercooked wings. Blessed day, Aunt Lydia. I hope that does not happen to me. Well, it's not gonna, because I'm avoiding those wings at all costs now. Even though it might not be true. Don't come for me, TGI. Food was horrible and got a nice surprise in my food after almost finishing. Hair! In all capital letters. It was short, thick hair and in the rice that I didn't touch yet. Not my hair! I was so turned off by this place. I get it. It's Fridays. It's like that everywhere. But never have I experienced such an unsanitary meal and experience. Girl, is Samara in the back cooking? Did she crawl out of that well? And now she's a sous chef? Oh, this is a 5-star one. Jay was a wonderful bartender at the local TGI Fridays. Great atmosphere. The happy hour drinks were delicious and it didn't smell dirty dishwater at the bar. Dirty dish who? What do you mean? You were expecting the bar to smell like dirty dishwater, but it didn't, so you're pleasantly surprised? Let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate that. Yes, no dirty dishwater. Woohoo! Last one. Sat at the bar. There was an awful smell that made me sick to my stomach. The bartender said there was mold and mildew under the counter causing the odor. The dynamic duo, mold and mildew. Best friends, inseparable. They had an Airwick air fresher placed at the bar to help mask the smell. It didn't work. Wow. Okay, well, let's hope all of that gets proven wrong. Let's hope I have a great experience. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. Let's hope that I get a nice full belly and a nice firm caca tomorrow morning, because that's what I'm hoping for.
So this is the inside of the restaurant. It kind of looks like any old TGI Fridays, just a little older. And the table did have a bunch of chips in the wood. I think a beaver attacked it. This is the iconic TGI Fridays menu, which did feel a tad sticky, but it's okay. And they have all the classic items. You can pause if you'd like, be a nosy queen. For my appetizer, I got the deep fried green beans just because they are a TGI Friday staple. And they're gorgeous.
Okay, girlies, the investigation has begun. Nancy Drew would be so intimidated if she met me. She would say, oh my gosh, I have competition and he's handsome and bald. Exactly, Nancy. And you have a blunt bob. Maybe shave it. So it's very chill in here. There's not a lot of people, probably because it's a Monday. A lot of people are busy. They're at work. But it turns out chewing is my work. So that's why I'm here. So I am being kind of quiet and low key just because I don't want to be the only person talking out loud here, you know? I mean, if they want, I could get on the table and start singing, but no one asked me to do that, so I want to be respectful. The service so far has been very good. The hostess, very nice. The waitress, super nice, very chill. Now the environment does feel a little old, like these mirrors next to me feel a little booger coated, you know, like little splats of sneezes and maybe some phlegm, but it's nothing really out of the ordinary. These green beans smell amazing. They're piping hot. So let's get into them. I haven't had these in literally years, and I've really just been missing the nutrition and iron that the green beans provide underneath all the canola. So hopefully that'll really help me feel good later on. Oh, wow. You know what, maybe everyone's wrong. Maybe they've all been too judgmental and harsh on this beautiful establishment, because these are fantastic. These are some of the freshest, most crispy appetizers I've had in recent memory. The green beans inside are tasteless, as they should be. No one wants to taste the green bean. They just want to feel healthy eating a fried green bean. Like, that's the whole point. The breading tastes like kind of more thick onion ring breading, and the scrumptious, truly. And the sauce is sort of like a zesty onion ring sauce, like from where they have giant spiders and venomous jellyfishes. Scary, terrifying place. But it's like that without the horseradish. So it has the tanginess and the mayonnaisiness and a bit of a paprika flavor. It just doesn't have that kick, you know, but I'm still really enjoying it, and it tastes so good with these green beans. Like, it's a perfect crunchy salad. I'm gonna have to give these a very strong 9 out of 10. Fantastic start. I'm gonna have a great week.
For my entree, I got the sizzling chicken with cheese and peppers and a side of mashed potatoes.
I love going to the spa and getting a nice steam. This came just as advertised. Sizzling. Listen to this.
Sing to me. Sing, Christine.
That is a gorgeous sound. That is a symphony of deliciousness. Snap, crackle, pop, who? That's over. Those three brothers, flops, irrelevant. This is where it's at. So I did get the sizzling chicken and shrimp, but I chose to just have the chicken by itself because I'm not the biggest shrimp fan. And also, this is the worst rated TGI in Orlando. So I just don't know if someone will forget to leave in the little caca vein that the shrimps have. Who knows? But I don't want to eat that. I don't think it'll add extra flavor. I would take spicy black pepper any day over that. I'm just joking, TGI. I know you take out the vein. I'm just playing it safe. Also, I did notice that this lamp above me, which is providing amazing lighting as a YouTuber, it feels great to have good lighting. It has specks of random things on it. It could be barbecue sauce that has flung out of someone's gap tooth, just and splat. Or it could be something totally different. That's just my best guess. And it came with mashed potatoes, so I just kept it that way. Let's try them first. Oh. I've had worse. They taste real. They do. They have little blobs of unsmashed potato, which I love. That adds a bit more texture and it makes mashed potatoes overall a bit less mushy, right? And they do taste like they have a bit of butter in them, a good amount of milk or cream, whatever that is, and a lot of salt and black pepper. Otherwise, though, there's not a lot going on. They are extremely simple. It's not a bad thing. You know, I know this girl named Meg. She's the most basic, boring person you'll ever meet. No offense, Meg. But there's still people that love her. You know, her sisters, Amy, Beth, and Joe really accept her as her boring self, and I just think that's incredible. So this is Meg if she was a mashed potato. You know, Beth doesn't accept her anymore though. She's gone, so she can't accept her. I'm gonna give those a 6 out of 10. Reasonable, fair, loyal, brave, true. Come on, Mulan live action. Everyone hated that movie. I loved it. I loved it. Now let's try the chicken. I hope it sizzles on my tongue. We got some cheese, we got some peppers. Let's go, girls. Okay, all right. You know, this is also giving a bit of Meg. You know, it's too hot. You can take the sizzle back to the kitchen. I don't want that part of this meal. I'm gonna dip it in the green bean sauce. See how that is. They don't go. That just tastes like chicken with mayonnaise, the mother, and the egg. By the way, guys, I have to say, all this came out very quickly. Nothing took too long. I forgot to mention that. You know, it's not that this chicken is bad. It's just, once again, very bland. And I don't even think that is this location's fault. Maybe it might just be like the overall recipe for all TGI Fridays. And so this is on the TGI CEO. TGI CEO? I feel like I'm at a spelling bee talking to you. And I resent that. I hate spelling. It is charred, which is nice. It's very grilled, obviously. It's a little overcooked, though. It's a little tough. And I personally feel like it does not have nearly enough seasoning. I don't know what that lady was talking about when she said that things were over seasoned here. Don't trust her. Lyle, crocodile, we're on to you. It just tastes like it was cooked in salt, pepper, and oil. And so the only flavor that's coming through because of that is charredness. And I love charredness, but it needs more than that. It's a little tough. It's a little rubbery. And the peppers are nicely tender, but they don't taste seasoned either. And I feel like the cheese underneath is just kind of like Kraft American. At least it tastes like that. And there's not enough of it. I think most of it just got burnt to the pan. What do you want me to eat? Burn cheese off a pan like a dog? And so it's just lacking overall, but it's not terrible. Like, I'm grateful for it, but I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5 out of 10. Not very strong, but we still have dessert, so yay. How's it still hot?
For dessert, I got the New York cheesecake with strawberry sauce, and it's served in a skillet for some reason. Why is that so funny?
So I chose the cheesecake because I feel like the way a restaurant treats their queso is a really big test. A lot of cheesecakes I've had have been grainy, cottage cheesy, curdled, and actually quite vile and disgusting as well. So I'm hoping this one's good. It just has to be good. It doesn't have to be the best cheesecake ever, you know? And this little perk, she asked me, what sauce do you want? And I was like, what? And she was like, chocolate, strawberry. And I was like, I have options? That's crazy. Have it your way, Subway. And she was like, yeah, you do. And I was like, I guess if you insist, strawberry? And that's what I got. Now, I did get a strawberry with it, which does look a little dried out, but I'm just grateful it's free. Hey, so let's try this. Wow. Texture looks pretty nice. Okay. So it's almost good. Like it almost made it to Flavortown, but then it had a diarrhea attack and it stopped early at a really nasty gas station. Let's start with the positives. It's the perfect texture. It's very creamy. It is smooth. It isn't grainy whatsoever. And it's also not too heavy. A lot of cheesecakes can be so heavy and it's like, oh, but not this one. So that's great. The flavor is all right. I think it has a good amount of cream cheese vibes, but it might be a little bit too sweet, just a smidge. My one big complaint is that this is something that I've mentioned many times on my channel. It is an evil that has spread throughout the world and a lot of restaurants. And that's when desserts have a bit of a fridge flavor. And by that, I mean they taste like the food that was surrounding them in the fridge because they probably weren't stored totally properly, if that makes sense. And so there's just a hint of a random casserole, a pinch of garlic, you know, just random auras of other sustenances. And that's what this has, but it's not the worst case I've seen. I've seen a lot worse. It's just a hint of fridge. Just a little bit of whirlpool, just a little chip around it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10. Could have been a lot worse. Well, overall, this experience was mostly pleasant. Nothing was disgusting, and the service was fantastic. Very fast, very nice. So this is still a great start because I say it is.
So I asked the waitress what to do about parking, and she said if you don't stay past 4 hours, it's free. So it's free. As it should be. I've never experienced this type of parking in my life, and I'm disgusted. I'm just kidding. It's all good. Life is great. Look both ways. For my day one dinner, we are eating at Denny's. This location has 1.8 stars, so it's really low, but what about me, Denny? What about me? What happens when you go to the light? What about me? Does the sunset look gorgeous on my pasty mayonnaise skin? Je m'appelle cottage cheese. I'm at Denny's. Welcome to Denny's, y'all. What's their slogan? What's Denny's slogan? Fry me an egg. No, try not that. America's Diner. Okay, there's other diners here. I hope you know that. Waffle House is a nice one. You know, you might get a chair thrown at you, but you're gonna get a good meal, that's for sure. So Denny's, to me, a lot like Waffle House, is a little shady sometimes, only in some locations. So I'm a bit nervous to film here. I might be a little more guarded, a little more and less but I'm really hungry. Let's read some of these reviews, shall we? Lack of staffing. Soggy fries. Looks and tastes like frozen fries. Utensils look like they are 10 years old. Maybe thousands of people eat from them. I never thought about that. That's disgusting. Imagine the saliva just crusted into that metal. Horrible service. Horrible managers. They have ants and bugs all over the restaurant. Okay, you know, I'm a big fan of A Bug's Life, so if Princess Ada comes out and is like, girl, do you have a grain for me? I'm hungry and the grasshoppers took all my grains, I would give her a little piece of corn. I would. It is the worst service I have ever received. The server is rude. She throws the menu in our faces with all her might. Here! Order! Decide what you want, you little monster! Okay, Gaga. Okay, this one's my favorite. Last one. As I entered Denny's, I quickly noticed that I forgot to bring my ice skates. Oh, she's telling a story. She's building a fantasy. It was like a skating rink in there. It felt like they mopped the floor with butter. Could she believe that it wasn't butter? Could she? It was a real hazard. Walking to my table, I was sliding just to get there. The mop they use needs to be soaked with hot water and soap, or they need a new mop. Well, I've heard enough. Let's go ice skating! Woohoo! So as you can see, this Denny's was extremely empty. Emptier than Jodie Foster's panic room when she wasn't in danger. There was just no one. But I was seated at this very nice table. It didn't have any chips in it. Beavers were not spotted in this area. And this is the menu. We all know Denny's has a huge menu because they basically have half breakfast, half everything else. So it's a lot, but I decided to get the boneless buffalo chicken wings for my appetizer. And they gave me a lot. Is this not the biggest plate of boneless buffalo chicken tenders you've ever seen? They gave me like 50. I got a 50 piece. I'm not mad at it, but oh. Some buffalo steam got in my eye. What'd I ever do to you? I'm all about helping endangered buffaloes. Like, I'm a good person. Now, so far, the waitress has been extremely nice. The host was very nice, also very chill. I am the only person in this whole restaurant, which is a little odd. Like, if this was a ghost town, I guess I would be one of the ghosts, right? Or the only ghost. Got a lot of haunting to do, that's for sure. Got a lot of ground to cover. Did I slip and slide on my way in? No, I kind of wanted to. I wanted to slide across the whole restaurant and bang into a chair, but it didn't happen. So that was a little disappointing, but everything is great. Like, I really have no complaints so far. This came out in about 15 minutes. That's not bad at all. I also got ranch, so let's see how these taste.
Let me get a different one. Oh, thank you so much. Looks amazing.
Yeah, that stuff's so good.
Oh, so good. See, she's wonderful. And that's my entree. It already came out. So service is impeccable, but the chicken is possibly indestructible, like a piece of rubber. And it's also dripping clear juice, which I've never seen come from a boneless wing. Let me get a different one again. I'm scared of that juice. A small one. Look. Oh, there's people. I'm not the only ghost in here now. I don't want any more of them, and I have so many. I am grateful for the abundance of disgustingness. The chicken inside is so extremely wet. It's like Samara transferred from TGI Fridays, and she got a job here, and her job is just to dunk the chicken wings into the well water. And I mean, she did what she was told. She definitely dunked them, but I don't like the amount of hydration they have. I also am disgusted by the breading. I think that's my main issue. It tastes like old crustified oil. It isn't fully like rancid oil, but it just tastes like it's cooked so many things, and it's just so full of grease that you can really feel it when you bite into it. It's so disgusting. Now, I do love the buffalo sauce. So once again, I'm here for the buffaloes, and I support the habitats that they live in and things like that. It is tangy, it's perfectly spicy, and Denny's Ranch is incredible. It always has been. It's drinkable. Give me the straw. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm just kidding. I'm not an animal. I'm a mammal. And so even though the sauces are good, the actual product is quite vile. So I'm gonna have to give those a 2 out of 10. Sorry.
For my entree, I got a breakfast meal with some scrambled eggs, some sausage links, and this gorgeous stuffed French toast. Oh my goodness.
I saw these stuffed French toasts eyeing me, and I said to myself, I want to stuff that into myself. So let's clean the grease. Let's try the scrambled eggs. So I haven't had any scrambled eggs in a long time. I used to love them. Let's hope they're still good. Oh, hello, old friend. Oh my god. Well, au revoir, huevos. That is French and Spanish. I just wanted to show off my bilingualness in one sentence, and I feel like I achieved that. No one ever does that. Those eggs are exactly how I remember. Truly some of the best restaurant scrambled eggs. And I know that's probably crazy to say, but there's something about them. I don't know if they're cage-free. I don't care if they're grass-fed. I don't care. Oh my gosh, fantastic so far. Thank you. Love her. I don't care if they're powdered, if they're liquefied, or if they're totally fresh. Anything is fine with me if they taste that good. They're perfectly salty. They have a buttery, creamy flavor to them, and the texture is like bouncy but not too fluffy. I really despise an omelet that is like this thick and is like full of little bubbles, like air pockets. Listen, I want an omelet, not a lung. Am I filling up a balloon with this omelet? No. I like my eggs to have a much more creamy kind of dense texture to them, and that's the way these eggs were. So I'm giving those a 10 out of 10. I'm so happy with them. Now, I did get sausage. I haven't had Denny sausage ever. I don't know. Either way, it's been a long time. Let's see. Okay, it's getting better. You know how wine gets better as you chew it? That's how this sausage is. That has a very nice breakfast sausage flavor. It has that classic little bit of sweetness, a little bit of smokiness. There is a slight, un poquito, little Vienna sausage vibe. Almost like a slight background canned ham flavor, but it's in the background. It's not the main flavor. So I'm okay with that. They are quite crispy on the outside, but they are a little greasy. Like, actually very greasy. They're actually bathing in grease. Oh my god, there's something in my eye. Oh my gosh, someone hit me with their ice skate. Someone threw a menu at me. They are not bad sausages at all, but they're not my favorite ever. So I'm gonna give them a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time for these stuffed berry French toast. This looks like French bread. Is that French bread? Or maybe a brioche? Wow, and they're just stuffed with this fluffy whipped cream looking stuff, and they have berry sauces on them. I'm not worthy. This one, oh, did I eat half of it? I was about to say this one's only half a piece, but I think I ate it. I just didn't realize I did, because I'm ravenous. I'm a glutton. Listen, if I was Oprah, I wouldn't give anyone a car. I know that sounds random, but stay with me, because I found something better than a free car. Denny's stuffed French toast. Who needs a Prius? This is fantastic. First of all, love the portion size. The fact you get 4 slices is so generous, but also at the same time greedy from my end. First of all, the strawberries taste so fresh. The toast itself is definitely some sort of a French bread or a brioche, one of those, because it tastes really, really buttery and slightly salty. And it tastes like it was grilled like a grilled cheese Applebees. Like, it has that really buttery, crispy flavor to it that French toast typically doesn't really have, and I really enjoyed that, especially with the sweetness and the filling. It was like a whipped cream, slightly cream cheesy, vanilla bean mousse burst. And honestly, if this was all over the floor, I would happily slide around on it. I would actually break dance. I would spin on my egghead. I adored this. I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. True perfection. So the meal was better than expected. The service was phenomenal. Other than the boneless chicken wings that are never gonna take flight because they're too disgusting to. I had a great time. Yay, Denny's. Okay.
For my day 2 lunch, we're eating at PF Chang's. To go. Oh. And this location has 2.2 stars.
It's a new day. I'm feeling okay. This morning I did have 2 cleanses. Let's just say that. And that's not typical for me. Typically I take 1 big stinky dump. Oh my gosh, I did not say that. That was the multiversal me coming through. In this universe, I call it a cleanse. I'm a classy broad. And so that was just a little weird for me. I'm feeling a little chapped. Also, I did not know this was a PF Chang's to go until an hour ago because on Google, it just says PF Chang's. So I ordered the food. I'm gonna eat it in the car, obviously, because I have to take it to go. I'm just sad that I'm not gonna get the full PF Chang's experience that I wanted. And I left without my frozen yogurt. And you did it at my birthday dinner. Oh my gosh, I'm just spouting out memes. They don't even make sense. Let's read some reviews, as always. These are not fact. These are people's opinions. I'm just reading them. Thank you. The food was horrible, super sweet, and the beef was hard. Oh, the fried rice tasted like Uncle Ben's. Tasteless. Oh my God. Another one. Just came in and tried to order food, but the staff was very unfriendly about wanting to work. So I left. She's like, if you're not gonna smile for me, I'm out. But I get it, you know, if a person isn't happy at their job, but they're like still like cordial, that is totally fine with me. I think that it's when people seem rude, that's when it crosses the line and gets awkward, you know? So maybe they were rude to her. I don't know. Deandra, you gotta let us know, sweetie, if you see this. It all began with brown lettuce, old and cold rice, burnt chicken, and undercooked beef. This is by far the worst experience we have ever had at a PF Chang's to go. Oh, I'm scared. I mean, undercooked beef is not as scary as like undercooked chicken, obviously, but I still don't want a parasite. I'm joking. PF Chang's don't come for me, but you never know. Drove 30 minutes to have dinner and it's a to-go only facility. Not great advertising on their part. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, French queen. Okay, then, thank you, Jackie. Exactly, that's what happened to me. They have to fix that. This one says, had their Mongolian beef last night. Now me and my wife both have food poisoning that started around 3:30 a.m. Update, it's now Sunday. And the only thing I've eaten in the past 36 hours is 2 packets of applesauce and 1 piece of toast. I'm down 10 pounds since Friday. Still feel bad, but not as bad as yesterday. Oh my God, that's scary. That one really put the fear of Aunt Lydia into me right now. Last one, garbage. It is a nice joint, but it can leave bad diarrhea. Okay, another cleanse. Let's go pick up our food and let's see if they're mean to me.
This is what the inside looks like. As you can see, they have some drinks, some screens, and not much else.
I got it. And you know what? The employee was nice enough. He said,
Have a good day.
so at least he wanted me to have a good day. Like, that's enough for me. And I said, you too, kind sir. I didn't say that. I said, you too.
I got a 3-course meal, including these pork pot stickers with a little sauce, these barbecue pork ribs, which looked fantastic, and this kung pao chicken bowl with some lo mein underneath and some steamed vegetables.
I am super hungry, super hyped. Let's dig in. Also, this portion might look small, but this is like the oh my God! All my food almost fell. The balance was off. We have to keep the balance. Okay, well, just trust me when I say this kung pao chicken bowl with the noodles is like the heaviest thing I've ever held. And I've held my own thigh. And it's huge. So that's saying a lot. Let's first try these pot stickers. Stay. They came with this chili oil looking sauce. Okay, they're pork, by the way. My meat! Let me scoop it back up. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm no pot sticker expert. I've never been stuck to a pot before. But I gotta say, to my uncultured swine taste buds, these are not bad. Oh, I just tried it without the sauce, and to be honest, they don't taste nearly as good. The sauce really is where all the flavor is. It is a little bit sweet, it's a bit spicy, it has a strong chili flavor, and it is oily, but not too oily. It also has a salty soy sauciness to it, so it's just a fantastic sauce. The pot stickers by themselves, though, to be honest, could be a lot crispier. I feel like the wrapping is a little pale, like Beth from Little Women right before she drank that chicken soup and it dripped off her hairy chin. Don't blame her, she did not have the energy to pluck. I know you can pluck all day, sis, I saw you. They're just not crispy enough, and the filling does have a nice pork type flavor, but I do feel like it's lacking a ginger flavor, a green onion flavor, and a saltiness. They're just kind of very, very plain pot stickers without the sauce. So I'm gonna give the sauce a 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna give the pot stickers, a 4.5 out of 10. Sorry. I guess not everyone was meant to be stuck on a pot. Now it's time for barbecue pork ribs. They look good visually, and that's what a lot of people say about me, and then they hear me talk and they say, ma'am? Oh. Let me be fair and try a different one. Oh no, I spent so much money on this. I wish I bought a drink. I forgot a drink, guys. So if I choked just know it was because of stupidity. I don't like these at all. And guys, I love ribs. You guys know I can devour a rack of ribs in about 10 seconds. Yes, Tammy, my beautiful wife of 96 years, entered me into a rib eating contest. And of course, the manliest man was gonna win. And guess who that was? It was Tammy. She has a big appetite. That first rib was mostly fat, and that's what really grossed me out. Like, you know how most of the fat on a rib is supposed to kind of like melt off? I feel like this one just forgot to melt. So blubbery, I feel like these are whale ribs. Those are probably a lot bigger than this, but I can still eat it. And so could Tammy. I'm just kidding. Don't eat whale. It's probably not allowed, so just don't do that. And I'm not the biggest fan of the sauce. It does have a sweetness to it, a slight barbecue, almost peanut vibe, but I feel like it's too sweet. And there is a fermented background flavor that I'm not really into. It's just overall rich and thick, and it's like a glob of sauce and blubber in your mouth when you eat it. So I'm extremely disappointed by these ribs. I would not get them ever again. I think they're actually quite disgusting, so I'm gonna give them a 2 out of 10. But now it's time for my Kung Pao chicken bowl. I did steer clear from any kind of rice because I got a comment recently that was like, Timmy, if you're eating at a shady place, do not get rice just in case, because it could get a really bad type of food poisoning. I'm not saying they have it, but I'm just being on the safe side. So I got the lo mein instead, and as you can see, it has peanuts and chili peppers, and it's fried. I got Kung Pao chicken because I wasn't craving fried chicken today, and like typically Kung Pao chicken isn't fried, right? But this is fried and breaded, so let's just first try the lo mein. Please don't get a low mein score. Get a high mein score.
Wow.
Let's try veggie. Okay, the best part is the broccoli. Guys, I'm vegan. And let's try this fried Kung Pao chicken. I'm gonna get a chili pepper. Am I supposed to eat that? I gotta say, Panda Express has extremely plain lo mein. It's barely flavorful, and that has more flavor than this. This just tastes honestly like spaghetti with a couple drops of soy sauce. And that's it. It's kind of dried up too, but I gotta say,
I adore the chicken. I did not expect that.
now there wasn't a lot of it, which I'm sad about. I'm trying to find little pieces throughout. It's like a scavenger hunt, but Kung Pao's version. The breading really worked with the Kung Pao chicken sauce. It was just thin enough. It didn't taste too oily. And the chicken on the inside was surprisingly real tasting. It didn't taste overcooked. It wasn't rubbery, but it did taste done, so that's good. And the Kung Pao sauce is so sour. It has such a strong vinegar flavor and a very strong chili flavor. It's just spicy enough. It's just so tangy and it's so savory and rich. I just love the Kung Pao chicken. So I'm gonna give the Kung Pao chicken a 10 out of 10. It's perfect, but the lo mein is a 2 out of 10 for me. So mostly everything was a flop here. I would definitely never in my life come back, but At least it wasn't horrendous. It could have been horrendous.
For our day 2 dinner, we are going to Chili's, and this Chili's location has 2.3 stars.
Well, girlies, thanks to traffic, it was a 40-minute drive just to come to the worst rated Chili's in Orlando. I hope it's worth it. It probably won't be because it's the worst rated. How would it be worth it? It is a 2.3, so it is the highest of all the restaurants in this video, but that's still really low for a Chili's, okay? So even if you are a chili, you could be a rotten chili. Wow, that was profound. That was the metaphor you all had to hear today. I hope that helped you. So let's read some of these reviews, shall we? Shaking my head, only thing was good was my watermelon drink and the garlic bread from the new pasta they have. Pasta was dry. And from where I was sitting, it sounded like the boys in the kitchen were about to fight. Oh my God. Oh! Sir, this is a Chili's. We got here at a little past 8 p.m. and we didn't get our food till 2.5 hours later. And my food had to be recooked because it was raw. Hopefully this doesn't happen here often and we just got unlucky, but tonight was not it. Side note, I had time to go to Taco Bell and come back and still had to wait. Good for her getting Taco Bell as an appetizer and Chili's as an entree. The best of both worlds. I got my drink in a cup that has something stuck to the side, not clean, in parentheses. Those little things that go like that. Was extremely dissatisfied and disappointed. Upon leaving, I got sick and threw up. Okay, never again, worst experience ever. Poor thing, Chili's turned this girl into Reagan. Was she crawling down the stairs upside down like this? Because that happened to me once and I did not know I was that flexible. It was actually very cool. OMG, never again. Restaurant is filthy. And I mean filthy. Service was horrible. Okay, I'm expecting dust everywhere, dirt, mud thrown at me after that description. She better not be lying because now I'm kind of excited to be splatted. Girlies, you're not ready for this one. Now, this one was 10 years ago. So I just needed to state that. But it says, food and service was below average, but nothing extremely bad. That is until I reached for my purse next to me so I could grab my wallet and I saw a roach crawling on the wall next to me. I instantly felt disgusted and I needed to call for the manager. Well, you know, if the roach was there first, girl, you gotta learn to share. Maybe give it a crumb of food. Maybe make a friend, you know? But anyways, that's enough reviews for now. Let's go enjoy our delicious, wickedly talented meal.
To my surprise, this looked like any other Chili's. Very nice, very clean. The menu was just as large as usual. Look through it if you'd like to, if you're that bored. For my appetizer, I got a side house salad. Girl, that's not even a whole house. That's an apartment. That's a studio. And I also got a chicken enchilada soup as my little bonus appetizer.
Okay, I'm in luxury right now. This is really nice. Everything is clean. Everything feels new. The hostess was incredibly nice. The waitress was incredibly nice. I'm a king today. In this moment, I'm a king. And it's kind of popping, so there's a lot of people staring at me, but it's fine. I'm sometimes used to it. Sometimes I feel like an awkward homeschooler, which I am inside, but I'm now bald. That's the only difference. I almost got the triple dipper because I know you guys love the triple dipper, but I've been eating a lot of fried food throughout the week so far, and I just wanted something a little fresher, a little brighter. So instead I got the soup and salad, a Panera combo, both less yeast, and I wanted the chili instead of the chicken enchilada soup, but apparently they don't have chili anymore. So Chili's doesn't have chili. It's a cruel joke, I know. A lot like Taylor Summer. It's so cruel. But I typically do like their chicken enchilada soup also. So hopefully it'll taste just as good as ever. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I had cheese dangling from my chapped lip right now. I'm so embarrassed, and the guy was very handsome as well. Anyways, this is my entree. It came out very fast. I'll show you in a second, but this chicken enchilada soup is actually perfect. It's piping hot. They put a lot of tortilla chips, which is appreciated, and it tastes just like it always does. In case you haven't had it, it's very ooey gooey. It's probably the gooeyest soup out there. Gwyneth Paltrow tried to trademark it by calling it the goopiest soup, but Chili's wouldn't let that happen. They said, you already have the candle that smells like an undercarriage, and we thought of that first. So we're keeping the gooey soup. It is very salty and it kind of tastes like queso dip and chicken broth melted together with these very kind of processed cubes of chicken. I have never liked the chicken in this, but I just kind of avoid it. Exactly how I avoid social gatherings, having to speak to anyone for a long period of time. So I'm gonna give that soup a 9 out of 10. Okay, now it's time for the salad. I have to start critiquing now. I've been praising this place like it birthed me, which it didn't. My mother birthed me. They gave me 2 croutons, dos. And also they put barely any cheese, barely any tomatoes, and the rest is just lettuce. So I'm very disappointed with the visuals of the salad. I hope it tastes good. They did give me a good amount of ranch, so I'm happy about that. At least I can drink the salad up if I have to. Let's try it. I already ate half of my croutons. Okay. So even though they gave me mouse-sized portions of the toppings, do I look like a rodent to you? Oh, I do? I thought you would say no. Even though they did not meet my standards with the amount of toppings, the ranch is so good. But I'm still enjoying this, okay? It is not as good as it could be, but the lettuce does taste fresh. It's very crisp. It's not wilted like Grandmother Willow. The tomatoes taste very fresh. I couldn't taste the cheese because, mama, it was 3 shreds. Even my taste buds aren't that perceptive. And then the croutons did taste good for 2 bites. So I mainly just tasted good lettuce, tomato, and this really mayonnaise-y, tangy ranch. So it actually kind of tasted like a Whopper without the meat. And so this is perfect for a vegan that's craving a Whopper. Just come to Chili's, get a... That was too loud. Oh my God. I'm gonna give it a fair 5 out of 10. Okay, time for my entree. We're continuing the fiesta.
For my entree, I got the Chipotle chicken bowl, which looked really good. Love the presentation, very goopy.
So I feel like my entree is just my 2 appetizers combined, and I'm okay with that. Once again, I was craving freshness, so that's what I got. I hope you still love me. I hope you still see me as a nasty, greasy junk food hoarder, because that's who I am. So this has Chipotle sauce, ranch, corn, rice, guac, tortilla strips, grilled chicken, cilantro, pico de gallo. I think that's it. So it looks good. I think I've had this before, but I don't remember what it tastes like, to be honest. Oh wow. It's ice cold. Is this how Jack felt when he got stuck to Rose's handcuff? Or was it his handcuff? Oh, it was Rose's door, his handcuff. I know everyone has said Rose could have shared that door, but the truth is, I really think the balance would have been off. Remember today during lunch when I picked up my Kung Pao chicken bowl and my whole table almost fell? Exactly. I just wish people used their brains more, you know? Let me just say, before I drag this to Satan's armpit, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that I have not seen any roaches yet. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a bean. I'm also grateful that even though everyone is staring at me, no one has looked at me with disdain. So that's a good thing, right? But this bowl is not it. I am eating it because it's my dinner and it's good enough to eat, but it's not good per se. First of all, it's cold. I am talking like fresh out of the fridge cold. And it's not just like the guac and all that stuff. It's like the rice is cold. It has that kind of hard coating on the outside. Like it feels like leftover rice. And the chicken's cold. It's also a bit rubbery, like it's been overcooked. And every element tastes a bit processed, to be honest. I know that the robots are taking over, but I really thought we would have a couple more years of real food. This is just beep bop boopy. I just wanted some more time with some like fresh ricotta or some berries, something, some nuts. I have to say though, I love the sauces. They put ranch and chipotle on this and they kind of mix together and it creates this kind of tangy, slightly spicy, very smoky, almost barbecue kind of sauce that tastes really good. So I appreciate that. Otherwise though, it's just a processed cold mess. Sorry. I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
For my dessert, I got the skillet cookie with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream and also some fudge drizzle. Wait, wasn't that one of Cinderella's stepsisters?
You know what I forgot to say? This whole meal. Welcome to Chili's. Thanks. So this looks amazing. Remember how yesterday's cheesecake was in a skillet, even though it wasn't hot? This is supposed to be in a skillet, so it just feels right, you know? Oh, the cookie's so soft, I'm gonna cry. I just farted like a tiny bit. Oh, I'm trying not to cause a scene. People are looking. That's perfect on every level of perfection. It's more beautiful than Cinderella. The cookie is completely ooey gooey with crispy edges. It has just the right amount of chocolate and just the right amount. Thank you so much. It's so nice. Oh my gosh, she brought me a water to go. The service here has been amazing. I did not even ask for that, but I'll take it. It's somehow not too sweet, even though it's extremely rich. And the ice cream is really thick. It feels like high quality ice cream. I said quality weird. Quality. Oh my gosh, I think my half Latina side is coming out a little more. It was the bowl. It was so authentic. It just brought the Cuban out of me. It just all melts together. It's just perfection. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Right after saying, welcome to Chili's, we're saying goodbye to it as well.
For our day 3 lunch, we're going to Wingstop, girlies. Let's fly.
It is the final day, and girlies, I have to say, oh, that rhymed. Green eggs and ham, I am Sam. And I had one normal cleanse this morning, so I'm really pleased with that. And I'm guessing it's because of the vegan meal I had last night. It was just so natural and earthy that it grounded my stomach lining, you know? So I'm not gonna be filming inside of Wingstop, not because they don't have tables, this isn't PF Chang's to go, but it's because sometimes, a lot like Waffle Houses, Wingstops can be shady. And I just feel like, oh my God, don't look. I just feel like I'm an easy target, you know, as a big piece of fruit with a camera just sitting there. And also I am always the victim. I just don't want to put myself at risk. So we're eating in the car. It's going to be a great time. I ordered the food, gonna pick it up now. But first, let's read some reviews. I just felt cross-eyed for a second. The service here is horrible. I went in and none of the employees acknowledged me. Oh, Catherine. Catherine, her name was Catherine. Catherine, I see you. You're not invisible. You're not Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four. You are a person, and even if the Wingstop employees don't notice how fierce you are, queen, I see it, Catherine. We love you, Catherine. I just wish we could all big rainbows and eat sunshine. What does she say? She doesn't even go here. That was the Wingstop employee. They're being so mean to her. Waited an entire hour for my food. Only one person working. Unfortunately, will not be placing any orders here again. Well, I hope, oh, firefighters. They're all getting into their big fire truck. Hey, Zanies. Sorry, Timmy, focus. Edward! I'm hoping I don't have to wait an hour. If I do, so be it. I'm a people pleaser. I'm not gonna say it's been an hour. I'm gonna say, take your time. Oh my gosh, take 2 more hours. I don't care. Oh, this one's got some tea. The manager at this location basically called me a liar. I ordered 4 different meals. When we got home, we discovered that our lemon pepper wings weren't in the bag. I went back to get the wings and the manager told me, how do I know that you are telling the truth? She has a point though. How do we know? Dawn. The fact you're a time zone doesn't mean you're always right, okay? So either we're gonna go pick up our wings or I'll be waiting for an hour. Let's find out what happens.
This is the inside of the Wingstop. Looks pretty good and normal to me. Anyways, I got 2 kinds of wings. I got original hot flavor and the new Mexican street corn spice whatever. And of course some ranch, plus this Cajun corn and some lemon pepper fries as well.
Okay, so it was not shady in that Wingstop. I've been to much shadier Wingstop locations, but I still decided to eat in my car because it was a small location and I felt awkward. So there's that. Second of all, the staff was super nice, like really nice. So I have no issue with that. Great service. They were on time also. I did not have to wait even a minute. It was ready. But then when I got to the car, I noticed that they gave me boneless wings. If you don't know what those are, it's the wing without the bone. They pop it out and they're much more breaded and more like a chicken nugget. I prefer bone in. I'm a well-rounded person that has taste, you know? But here I have boneless wings. So I checked my order. It turns out I accidentally clicked boneless. So they didn't do anything wrong. It was me. But I got 2 flavors. I'm super hyped to try them. Let's first try though this corn. This is the most undigestible item at Wingstop. I haven't had this corn in years, so I'm super hyped to try it. I forgot what it tasted like. I think it's fried and it has some Cajun seasoning on it. I love vegetables. I love eating organic. Oh, hold on. Mama's got the paper. That is just riveting. Riveting. The corn is perfectly fried. It's still extremely juicy on the inside, a tiny bit crispy on the edges. It tastes really fresh and there's no old oil flavor. And the Cajun seasoning is a tiny bit spicy, very, very garlicky. Count Dracula would not like this at all, but I do, because I'm a human being. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. Perfection. Okay, now it's time for the fries. I got lemon pepper seasoning because you guys know I really love pepper and lemon. And I don't think I've had them on fries. Maybe I have. I'm just super hyped to try it. We have our ranch here. Come on, Trisha. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. The girls that get it, get it. This is very coated. Let's see. Oh, ranch. Oh my God. Eat fresh, live better. Walmart. I'm currently in a Walmart parking lot. I just felt like saying that. And don't worry, I got a second ranch. So if it seems like I'm using a lot, we don't have to portion our ranch today, girlies. Well, that's just incredible, isn't it? Those fries are everything to me. They are what I've always wanted in my life, which is hope and joy. They are perfectly fried. Once again, there's no weird, oily, greasy flavor. They're salted just the right amount. The lemon pepper is so tangy and a tiny bit sweet too. It is just sending me through Flavor Town all the way to Delicious City. 10 out of 10. Perfection. Now it's time for the wings. I got original hot because I haven't had that in years, and the new Mexican spice street corn whatever. So let's first try original hot. See, boneless. I just wanted to gnaw like a dog. Is that too much to ask? Wait, these are eating. Oh my God. Wow. You know, sometimes classic is best. That's why when I go out with my wife, Tammy, I tell her to wear a pearl necklace because it's timeless. And I also tell her, don't wear anything too revealing because I don't want competition. There's a lot of other farmers out there that would do anything to be with Tammy. And I say, stay away or else my barn is nicer than yours. We have AC in there. And what? These are so classic and so delicious. I don't even mind that they're boneless, to be honest. The chicken inside isn't like amazing, but it's not gross. It isn't gooey. It's not giving me the ick. It has a nice kind of classic chicken nugget texture. And the breading isn't crispy. It's soggy, but that's because the delicious sauce has soaked through. So I don't even mind it because the sauce has so much flavor. It's not that hot, actually. It could be hotter, but it has such a perfect, super tangy buffalo flavor. I just love it. And with this ranch, guys, let's take a sip. Perfection. I have to give that a 10 out of 10. What is going on? Is this the best rated Wingstop? Last but not least, we have the Mexican street corn, whatever spice flavor. It's a new flavor. It's like a limited edition or something. This is gonna go for a lot one day. Oh wait, I should try it without the ranch first. Hold on, let me, ooh, it's dripping. Let me get the other side. No! We almost had a perfect meal! I don't think that the employees made that wrong or anything like that. I think this is how it's supposed to taste, but I don't like it. I don't like it. First of all, the sauce itself is like pure oil. So it just made the wing so greasy and just too much oil. And then the flavor does have a little bit of a cotija cheese vibe. There's a little bit of a sharpness in there, but it mostly, honestly, just tastes like chili powder. So it just tastes like grease and plain chili powder with a hint of cheese, and that's it. I don't think that the flavor has any layers, and it's not interesting. It's not nearly as good as the buffalo flavor. So I'm gonna have to give those wings a 3 out of 10. But I have to say, this Wingstop location ate. So I'm so pleased. I'm so happy. For our final dinner, we are going to Applebees. Have you ever eaten at 6 of the worst rated restaurants in a row? Did your fart rip a hole in the ozone layer? Right. Guys, this is the final meal. I made it through. So far, I don't feel disgusting. So far, I have not had one droplet of diarrhea. Mamma mia! And I'm ready for the final boss, Applebees. It has a 1.8 score, which is just as bad as Denny's, but Denny's ended up being pretty good besides the drippy chicken. So I think we're in for a good meal. I don't know about you. Let's read some of these reviews, shall we? Not a great visit. Boneless buffalo wing was transparent, raw, pink in middle. Transparent? Are you telling me this chicken was a window? So that's a little worrisome, but you know, other places have had those kinds of reviews and they've been fine. So let's see. Ordered the app sampler and it was stone cold. They said they brought me out a brand new one, but it was the same one, still stone cold. ... Don't like being lied to. Okay, Courtney is not here to play. She said, don't lie to me. Don't you dare! Oh, hello, who's that? Oh my gosh. Hi, sir. Last night I ordered to go. Although the staff was nice, once I got home, there was a bug in my food. I called the restaurant this morning and asked to speak to a manager. She offered to only make a new meal for me, which is not okay. I am extremely disgusted and I will not be returning. Yeah, a bug in the food is kind of crossing a line. I'm sorry, Jiminy Cricket, but no, you can't be in my salad. Ooh, this one is quite scathing. Should this even be open? Flies all over the bar and no air conditioning. No. Okay, that was 2 years ago. They probably have air conditioning now. If they don't, I'm leaving because mama cannot take the heat. Oh wait, there's more. The roof is leaking and might collapse as stated by the bartender. We walked out without ordering. Well, the roof is still there, so the bartender was wrong. Horrible service, quite simple. Just don't go to this particular location, especially on a Friday night. Exactly, that's what TGI Fridays is for. Okay, so hopefully the roof doesn't fall on me. Hopefully there's no bugs in my lettuce. Let's go eat this final meal.
Hey, Pebble, how you doing today? This is the inside of the Applebees. The carpets do look a little old. The seats look a little crustified as well, but nothing too bad. But the roof does look a little soggy. You know, it kind of reminds me of a sponge. This is the menu. They have a lot of pages, just like Denny's. Like literally, it's a whole book. So for my appetizer, I got the chicken wonton tacos. What do we think?
Okay, so the roof has not fallen on my bald head yet. That's good news. We love good news. But it does look like a little rotten. I think that's a British term, right? But I also just want to say a few words before we dig in to these wonton tacos. Kiwi, centipede, cherry fly. I can't think of a fruit. Me. Thank you so much. We have the appetizer, we have the entree. Let's start with this appetizer. These chicken wontons have some sort of a chicken in a sauce, a wonton shell, some coleslaw looking stuff. Let's try it. Have I had these like years ago? Maybe. I don't remember. They smell like bread, but like Wonder Bread, like sliced bread that you buy at the store for some reason. Yeast. That's the odor. I'm gonna take another bite so that it looks like I at least ate one of them. This is demonic. Before I drag this to the underworld, I just want to say the service is great. The guy's really, really nice, and the food came out literally within 5 minutes. I don't know if that's a good sign, but this is one of the worst appetizers I've ever had at a chain restaurant. It tastes like it smells. It tastes like old, stale, processed bread. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like the end of the bread that no one eats. It just sits there and rots and rots and rots. That's what this tastes like overall. It's like all of the different elements are coming together to create that flavor. My mind is boggled. How is this on the menu? I don't know. The wonton is very crispy, but it doesn't have that like wonton strip flavor at all. It is completely lacking that. The chicken on the inside tastes extremely processed. Like from the texture, it has that foamy kind of sirta vibe, and it has like a sauce on it that does have a slight Asian flavor, but it tastes more yeasty. And then the coleslaw just tastes like mayonnaise-y. It's not really tangy. It's just overall horrific. I'm giving it a 0 out of 10.
For my entree, I got the 3 cheese penne pasta, and it came with some chicken and some like Italian version of pico de gallo.
So I got pasta because I don't think I've had pasta this week, right? Lo mein doesn't count. That's a noodle, and noodles are different than pasta. Oh, it's all great so far. Thank you. I feel bad. I lied so bad right then. I really lied badly. He's just so nice. I'm not gonna say it was disgusting and vile. Why would I do that? And I always get comments saying, Timmy, return the food and get something else. Who do you think I am? A normal functioning human being? I don't have that type of guts in me. So let's just check out the chicken. Does it look fully cooked? Yes, it does. That's great. Yay. And the pasta looks decently saucy underneath. Okay, so let's just dig in. Bon appetit. Okay. Okay, I can handle this. Come on, sodium. wait. Okay, that last piece of chicken, something was wrong with her. This is not horribly disgusting. It's really not. It's just normally disgusting. It has a multitude of issues, a lot like a magazine, you know? The pasta itself is overcooked. I feel like it's been sitting in maybe water for a while. Maybe it's since like the cavemen were drawing things on like walls and things like that. I think they were drawing this pasta sitting in water and they drew me. They made me look real good. Very dainty. It's like a little stick figure. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on with this chicken. I'm done with the chicken officially. The first couple pieces that I had tasted pretty good. I mean, like overcooked and not super seasoned, but not bad. Like it has this nice charred flavor to it. It is sort of salted. It's just rubbery. And I don't know, there's a slight canned chicken smell to it, but not really a canned chicken flavor. So once again, good news. So we got Play-Doh-like noodles, decent chicken with some dark-sided pieces. Now the sauce is not terrible. It just tastes like an extremely simple Alfredo. I know it's a 3 cheese penne, but I don't taste any cheese. So maybe they count milk as a cheese because it is from a cow as well. So this is sort of like a tres leche pasta, 3 milks, you know? Just so simple and there's no sharpness. So yeah, I just wouldn't ever order this again in a trillion years because that's how long I'm gonna live. They're gonna figure out some sort of a little vitamin supplement, something I can take every day to make me last long. I'm gonna be like a fermented pickle. And in all those years, I will never come back here. So I'm gonna have to give this pasta 2.5 out of 10. And I might get Taco Bell on the way home because the challenge will be over. So I might treat myself. Let me just move it around to make it look like I ate more than I did. Yes, okay, wow, what a hungry boy I am.
For my dessert, I got the brownie bite, which came with a little scoop of ice cream and some chocolate sauce as well.
Okay, so let's get a bite of the brownie and some ice cream. Okay. That's the worst part of the meal. I'm just kidding. It's the best part. Now, is it fantastic? No, but it's edible, you know? It tastes like a boxed brownie, but like extra sweet. So it's like icky sweet, but it still has that brownie fudgy texture. It's kind of ooey gooey. It's very warm, so that's nice. It has some nuts for texture. I know a lot of you girlies love that. That's your favorite part, but it's just a little too much. So it's not a slay and it's not a flop. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. But I gotta say, this was the worst meal, not only of the video, but I think one of the worst meals I've had in a long time at a restaurant. But let me just clarify, my waiter was extremely nice the whole time, super friendly, and also very, very quick. He was like the Flash. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Guys, this video was so much fun to film. I thought it would be tortured the whole time, but to be honest, I had a great time up until 30 minutes ago. So I think that my favorite out of the worst rated places I visited was probably Wingstop, and my least favorite was Je m'appelle, this one. So if you watched this whole thing, you're that girl. Thank you so much. Subscribe, thumbs up. I'll see you guys next week. I love you so much. Bye, girlies.